Hey y'all, it's Kitten and I wanted to come because, with the pandemic happening, so many people are having to deal with domestic violence. So, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I myself have never been in a relationship where my lover, fought me or slung me around or anything like that. I've never had that experience. But I have witnessed domestic violence. Now, I'm sorry that I don't have much light on my face now. I'm headed over to the east side, so away from the ocean. So, but just listen to this story. So, I was just a little kid, and it's one of the earliest, it's not the earliest memory that I've had, but this is another one, a traumatic story. Okay, so I was really little, and this was before the twins were born or anything like that. And my childhood was really mostly scary. A lot of scary things, lots of scary things. But this one was in my house. So I think what it was is we were sleeping. That's what I think. We were sleeping, and oh my God, just remembering it makes me feel, some kind of a way. But anyway, I'm gonna just give it to you quick and dirty. Okay? So this is the facts. We were sleeping, I believe, and we were awakened by my mom's screams. And I believe just commotion woke us up. When we went to my mom's bedroom door, this man was sitting on my mom's chest and just pounding her in the face. And it's a hurting thing to see your mom being hurt like that. It's very traumatizing. And I guess, because the person who was doing that to my mom, oh shit, I think I popped the hood. Let me get off the freeway. Hold on. I was wondering the trunk wasn't open. Let me pop off. I'm gonna exit on Sunset. This is why I always leave early to go where I need to go. I don't like being late, and I like being early so that I can relax myself and I don't have to be rushed to go do this or go do that. When you're rushing, that's how you forget stuff. Don't do stuff. Don't check on stuff. But if you give yourself plenty of time, then you don't have to rush and you don't have to worry about forgetting anything. Okay? So as soon as I can safely pull over, I'm gonna pull over, because I popped the hood when I was getting gas. I was meaning to pop the little thing to open up the gas tank, but instead I popped the hood. I know this driver is saying, why is she driving so slow? Because I don't want this hood to pop open on me, which it didn't do on the freeway. That latch is holding it pretty good. This is a good car, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now. It's a good car. Let me see. Okay, I can pull over here safely. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, such a cute little neighborhood over here. Just so cute over here. Moo, you want to get out over here right quick, Moo? Huh? I got Kitten with me, y'all. Okay. I'm trying to multitask. So give me a minute. I shall be right back. Got her leash because that is the law. I'm gonna do this here trunk, this hood. Hold on. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. All right, you guys, sorry about that. So like I said, this is before the twins were born, and it was me and my older brother and my younger sister that witnessed this. And I gotta tell you, I had an out-of-body experience. I don't know if I fainted. I can't tell you anything else that happened that day. I can't tell you anything that happened. I believe I just passed out. It was just such a horrible thing for a little child to witness. And like I said, I was out. I don't remember anything else that happened that day. I don't, let me take this off. I don't remember anything else that happened that day. I don't recall what happened with my brother or sister, or if we had dinner, or if my mom went to the hospital, or if the neighbors called the police. I can't remember anything. I can't remember anything. I just remember seeing him astride my mom like that. Her arms were pinned down. She could not defend herself at all. She could not protect her face or anything. And I believe that he probably got on top of her like that while she was asleep, and probably just started beating her like that, you know. And I gotta tell you, it's the reason why I have given my mother so much leeway in so many things, you know. Another time, one of his kids, we had moved to the new house. So And one of his kids had moved to the house because we started doing really good financially, very good financially. And so his children from his previous marriage started coming around. And one of the girls moved in with us. Oh, Lord. I'm going to figure this out. One of the girls moved in with us, and she was just a teenager. She was in high school. And unbeknownst to anyone else, she was sneaking boys into her room. And my mom, let it be known that that's what this child was doing. And for her effort, she got beat up. And I remember watching the girl in front of the man, in between them. And I remember him reaching around her to hit my mom in the face. I remember it. I can see it in my mind. And another time that they were fighting, my older brother, by this time the twins were born. So we were in my brother's room, and he had us all hold hands and pray to God that this fighting and stuff would stop, and it never did. And it became a little bit more different because my mom started getting him. So like one morning or middle of the night, I got up to go pee, and my mom was making grits. Okay, you know what that's for. She was making hot grits on the stove in the middle of the night, and she was gonna get him. And I remember saying to her, Jehovah wouldn't want you to do that. That's why I said to my mom, he's worldly, Jehovah wouldn't want you to do that. And so she did it. I stayed up with her and everything. Oh, child. Wonder why I couldn't go to school like I was supposed to and do my homework and all of that. I had way too much going on in my home life to be, it would have been good to have school, projects and stuff like that, and friends that would take me away from the madness of my home life, but I just didn't have that, So dutiful. So anyway, let's move on. The hands began to turn, or the tables began to turn. And so my mom started getting him. She broke his leg. She knocked a couple of teeth out. She started doing all kinds of stuff to him. And he became afraid of her. He became afraid of her because the one thing is that my mom was in her 20s when they got together. He was beating up on a 20-year-old woman. And he was almost 50 at that time. So he was very many years older than my mom. And fighting her like that, just the thought of it just makes me sick. So, but as she got older, she became a wise woman, and she started whooping his behind. And he was getting old, After you hit 50, you start feeling your age. Some people start feeling it even before that, depending on how they've lived their young life. And so she started whooping his behind, honey. And one of the sisters from the Kingdom Hall, this is what my mom told me. She had kept on leaving. Whenever they would get into a fight, he was always putting her out of the house, always putting her out of the house. Now, it was her inheritance money that she paid off his credit so that he could get his GI Bill for the house, okay? But without her money, he never would have been able to get the GI Bill. When they first met, he was living in a house that Grandmommy had bought. Grandmommy had bought her house, and she bought another house, and she bought the lot, the plan of land in between the two houses, okay? And so he wasn't able to use his GI Bill because he had outstanding credit and stuff like that, bad credit. So my mom paid off all of that. And that's how they were able to get the house. Mind you, every time the ground would crack, Marianne, one of the twins, would be saying, "This is my daddy's house," and blah, 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 which actually he never would have been able to use his GI Bill to get any house if it wasn't for her. But of course, she don't get no credit, you know. In so many ways, I feel sorry for my mom, except for when she comes after me and my kids, which she did frequently. She was a very bitter, unhappy woman, and being a Jehovah's Witness was of no help at all. Jehovah's Witnesses have not helped my mother at all, not at all. And I would say that she is far worse because, of course, you know, there were younger brothers and stuff trying to marry her because she does have a house, you know, but not because they love her, not because they admire her. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I finally made my way back around here to the freeway. So anyway, one of the sisters at the Kingdom Hall told my mom to stop leaving her house. You make him leave. Don't you leave your house. You know, that is your house. If it wasn't for your money, that house would not be there. That house would not. And the money was from Aineen. My mom used me, Curlin, and Tony's money from Aineen and paid off his credit and put him into that shop. And that's the truth. So, and then me and Tony worked at the shop. Okay, me and Tony worked at the shop. And when they filed for divorce and everything like that, he sold the business. Me and Tony didn't get no money out of that. And maybe Tony did. I can say myself, I didn't. Maybe all the money went to Tony. Because after her and him broke up, Tony was still working at the shop. I wasn't. Because the school had gotten me a job working at Dr. Center Bank. And all the money that Tony would bring home from working at the shop, my mom would take it from him. She would take it from him, you know. And I guess because she felt like she should be getting money from that shop, which she should have been, you know, she should have been. She made his whole life possible. And he was a middle-aged man who didn't really have nothing. He was an employee. And he had all these raggedy kids, and he lived in a house that his mama had bought, just a good for nothing. You know, even though he had been to the military and stuff like that, he had made some bad decisions, and life just, you know. And he was lucky enough to come across my mom, and he did not treat her respectfully or decently or anything like that. He was a horrible person to her, you know. And I've heard that they've had some good times, some good memories, but from what I remember, it was pretty bad most of the time. It was pretty bad most of the time. And I'm going to tell you when that was, when he had to pay some bills. You heard me? When she needed him to be the man, that's when they had problems. As long as it was her money, it was all good. Going to the butcher shop and going to the bakery and going to the all of that, as long as it was her money, it was fine. But when it came time for him to spend his money, they were going to have a fight. What he did with his money, I don't know, because I know he was required to pay child support for the twins after they broke up, and I don't think he paid not one payment. And he was so broke that I think all the court ordered him to pay was $50 a week for twins. $50 a week. That's $100 a month. And I don't think he ever made one payment. I don't think he made one payment. So that's my domestic violence story. Several little episodes in each one of them. And like I say, a lot of it, the beginning, middle, and the end, and all of that, I don't know, because like I said, I would just faint. So I remember her even saying to me that I would grow up and find a man to fight me. And I thank God, I praise God every day that that never happened to me. It's something about me that's different than my mom. And I'm grateful for that. So that's not my story. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Make good decisions. To thine own self be true. And don't abuse nobody. And don't let nobody abuse you. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.